Welcome back to the channel. Tonight, we're bringing you an emotional story titled The Night That Changed Everything. A story about teenage love, trust, heartbreak, and one decision that changed two lives forever. What began as a beautiful romance slowly turned into a painful reality no one was prepared for. Before we start, make sure to like this video, leave a comment below, and subscribe to the channel so you never miss another emotional story like this one. Turn on the notification bell so you'll always be the first to watch our latest uploads. Now, let's begin the story of the night that changed everything. Maya was 17 years old and lived in a quiet little town near the coast. She spent most of her afternoons helping her mother at a small grocery shop. Even though her life looked simple, she secretly dreamed about seeing the world beyond her town. She believed that one day, love would come and change her life forever. At school, Maya was known as a smart and gentle girl who rarely caused trouble. Her teachers admired her dedication, and her friends trusted her with their secrets. However, Maya often felt lonely because her father worked in another city. She wished someone would truly understand her feelings. One rainy Monday morning, a new student arrived in her class. His name was Adrian, and he had recently moved from Jakarta. He was tall, confident, and carried a mysterious smile wherever he went. Almost every girl in school immediately noticed him. Adrian sat beside Maya during literature class because there were no other empty seats. At first, Maya avoided eye contact and focused on her notebook. Adrian, however, kept trying to start a conversation with her. By the end of the lesson, Maya found herself smiling at his jokes. Days slowly turned into weeks, and the two became inseparable friends. They studied together after school and shared stories about their families. Adrian told Maya about his difficult childhood and his parents' divorce. Maya listened carefully and felt closer to him every day. One evening, Adrian invited Maya to watch the sunset near the beach. The sky glowed orange and pink while the waves crashed softly against the shore. Maya felt peaceful sitting beside him in silence. For the first time in years, she felt completely happy. As months passed, their friendship turned into love. Adrian often gave Maya handwritten letters filled with sweet promises. He said he wanted to stay with her forever, no matter what happened. Maya believed every word that came from his heart. Maya's best friend, Clara, warned her to be careful with relationships at their age. Clara noticed how deeply Maya depended on Adrian emotionally. She feared Maya would get hurt if things went wrong. Maya simply laughed and insisted that Adrian was different. One Friday night, Adrian invited Maya to his birthday party. Many students attended, and loud music filled the house with excitement. Maya rarely went to parties, but she wanted to make Adrian happy. She wore her favorite white dress that evening. The party became wilder as the night continued. Some teenagers secretly drank alcohol while others danced carelessly. Maya felt uncomfortable and stayed close to Adrian most of the time. Adrian promised her that everything would be fine. Around midnight, heavy rain began pouring outside the house. Most guests decided to stay longer because the storm was too strong. Adrian took Maya upstairs so they could talk somewhere quieter. The sound of thunder echoed through the dark sky. Inside the small room, Adrian held Maya's hand gently. He told her how much he loved her and how afraid he was of losing her. Maya's heart beat faster with every word he spoke. She trusted him completely that night. The storm outside seemed endless, while emotions filled the room. Adrian kissed Maya softly, and she did not pull away. Everything happened quickly as their feelings overcame their fear. Neither of them truly understood the consequences of that moment. The next morning, Maya woke up feeling confused and nervous. Adrian hugged her tightly and promised that he would always take responsibility for her. Maya tried to believe him, even though her heart felt uneasy. She returned home quietly before sunrise.
For several weeks, life appeared normal again. Maya continued attending school and helping at the grocery shop. Adrian still treated her lovingly and stayed by her side every day. Yet Maya secretly felt anxious about the future. One morning, Maya became dizzy during class and nearly fainted. Clara immediately brought her to the school clinic for rest. The nurse suggested that Maya visit a doctor if the sickness continued. Maya began to fear something she could barely say aloud. A month later, Maya finally bought a pregnancy test in secret. Her hands trembled while waiting for the result inside the bathroom. When the 2 red lines appeared, tears instantly filled her eyes. Her entire world suddenly felt shattered. That afternoon, Maya met Adrian near the beach where they first watched the sunset together. She quietly told him that she was pregnant. Adrian stood frozen and stared at the waves without saying anything. The silence between them felt colder than the ocean wind. At first, Adrian insisted they would face everything together. He promised to find work and support Maya somehow. However, fear slowly changed his behavior over time. He began avoiding Maya's calls and skipping school frequently. Maya felt abandoned and terrified of what people would say. She could no longer focus on her studies or her dreams. Every night, she cried silently in her bedroom. She wished she could turn back time and change that night forever. Eventually, Maya's mother discovered the truth after noticing her daughter's condition. Shock and disappointment filled the small house with painful silence. Maya expected her mother to scream angrily at her. Instead, her mother simply cried while holding her tightly. News spread quickly throughout the town within only a few days. Neighbors whispered whenever Maya walked past them on the street. Some of her classmates judged her harshly without understanding her pain. Maya felt ashamed every time she left home. Adrian finally admitted that he was not ready to become a father. He said his family planned to move again to another city soon. Maya stared at him with disbelief and heartbreak. The boy who once promised forever was slowly disappearing from her life. After Adrian left town, Maya entered the darkest period of her life. She stopped attending school and avoided meeting her friends. Clara remained the only person who continued supporting her faithfully. She reminded Maya that one mistake did not define her entire future. Months passed, and Maya's pregnancy became impossible to hide. Despite the judgment around her, she tried to stay strong for her baby. Her mother helped her prepare small clothes and a tiny crib. Slowly, Maya began accepting reality with courage. One quiet evening, Maya sat outside and watched the stars alone. She remembered the night that changed everything between her and Adrian. Although the memories still hurt deeply, she realized she had grown stronger. Pain had taught her lessons she could never forget. When the day of delivery finally arrived, Maya was terrified. The pain felt unbearable as nurses rushed around the hospital room. Her mother held her hand the entire time and encouraged her to keep fighting. After hours of struggle, a baby girl was finally born. The moment Maya held her daughter for the first time, she burst into tears. The tiny baby wrapped her fingers around Maya's hand gently. Suddenly, all the fear and shame inside her heart began fading away. She realized that her child was not a punishment, but a new beginning. Maya decided to continue her education through online classes after becoming a mother. She worked hard every day to provide a better future for her daughter. Though life remained difficult, she refused to give up on her dreams anymore. She wanted her child to grow up proud of her strength. Years later, Maya often told herself that one single night had changed everything forever. It brought heartbreak, fear, and painful consequences into her life. Yet it also taught her responsibility, courage, and unconditional love. From that night forward, Maya learned that even broken stories can still lead to hope. Welcome back to the channel. Tonight, we're bringing you an emotional story titled The Night That Changed everything. And that is the end of The Night That Changed Everything. A story that reminds us how one moment, one decision, and one night can completely change the direction of a life. Sometimes love comes too early, and the consequences last far longer than we expect. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment about your thoughts, and subscribe for more emotional stories like this. Your support means a lot and helps this channel grow. Turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the next story. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.